this one's only about a month old, or 2 months old, isn't it?
Yes,
A Plague on All Our Sports, which is a very catchy title. What's that one about? I have read it.
Yeah, that one really traces how the pandemic affected sport and how sport affected the pandemic. And I think it's still current because obviously the national inquiry is going on at the moment. Sport's such an integral part of so many people's lives in this country. But it's not just this country, as you know, it looks at how America dealt with it, how Europe, Australasia dealt with it. And now at this time, 4 years down the line, it's been interesting to look at how the UK, sport-wise, dealt with it, and the comparisons with North America and Europe. So I wanted to lay it down as a history, really. It's pretty fact-filled, as you know, but I wanted it to be there and to be of interest to readers who are interested in their sport, all types of sport. Yeah. I hope it would appeal to clinicians, and also to, for instance, undergraduates doing their sports science degrees and things like that. And because we're now starting to get the information through about what the effect was of shutting down sport, even for that relatively short period of time. And we're now beginning to see the injury patterns and what happened. Yeah. So it's a reflection on whether we got it right or not.
Yeah. You know, I'd be happy to talk about that for the rest of this show, and I know the audience are probably more interested, or not more interested, but they're equally interested in hearing about the sort of sports injuries and remedial approaches you've taken to those sports injuries. But it's well worth having a look at that, isn't it? I mean, this isn't just some geezer's personal recollections. You've submitted that, I think, to the National Inquiry as evidence in the review of how we dealt with COVID.
Yes, obviously the National Inquiry, which will probably run at least for another year or so, won't it?
Yeah.
It's a shame it's taken so long to get going. It's got a very wide remit, and I wanted to make sure that the evidence was there relating to what had happened to all of us, not just your Olympians and your Premier League footballers, but what happened to you and I when we couldn't get into the gym. As you know, people started running and cycling. The government made various promises relating to recreational sport, obesity strategies, and I just wanted to reflect on what had happened subsequently to that.